Hello. Okay, so we're gonna try a quick little ab flow, see how it feels, see if this feels weird doing a video. But I'm excited to try it. So all you need are 2 weights. I know you said you had 3 pounds. So grab those, you need a mat, and that should be it. Yay. So, okay. Hopefully this angle works. Obviously give me feedback afterwards if you can't see things well enough, whatever. But we're gonna start with a little warm up. We're actually gonna start with breathing from your knees. So you're gonna place your hands on your ribs, and I want you to place your thumbs at your back, like right at the bottom of the ribs. So then the rest of the fingers are kind of in the front of the ribs, your pinkies are kind of right at the bottom of the ribs, and then relax your shoulders. We're just gonna take really deep breaths here. So really deep inhale through the nose, and then open mouth exhale. And again, deep inhale, open mouth exhale. I'm gonna have you take about 3 or 4 more of these, but when you're breathing in, you should be breathing into your hands, into your fingers, your thumbs, your side body. And then as you exhale, feeling your fingers getting closer together, your ribs sliding towards your hips. So important that you can find a deep breath here, not shallow breathing, no lifting of the shoulders. Let's try 2 more. And then last one, filling into the side of the ribs, the back. And then fully exhaling out. Okay, come down to all fours next. Spread your fingers apart, knees under your hips. Going into cat-cow. So nod the chin to your chest, round in your upper back, lifting your belly, finding a stretch through the upper mid-back, and then release into your cow stretch. Drop your belly to the mat, start to lift your gaze, shoulders back and down. Again, nodding the chin to the chest, exhale, round in your back, lift belly button towards the spine, and then inhale to release from your hips, your abs. Open your heart and chest in front of you. Lift your gaze. Let's try 3 more. Nodding. Inhale. Exhale up. And then releasing. 2 more. Releasing your hips. Opening your heart. And last one, getting as much range as you can. Nod chin to chest, really find more space between the shoulder blades. And then release the belly down. Really open your heart to the wall in front of you. And then come exactly to all fours, neutral pelvis. Really spread your fingers apart again. Before we do any movement, you're engaging your abs, ribs are closed, belly's lifting away from the floor. Reach your right arm forward and your left leg back. The first one will hold a little longer. So your left hip is square to the mat. You're pointing your toes, you're reaching your fingers and toes in opposition, sliding your right shoulder away from your ear. Still so much work just to keep your shoulders and your hips level with each other, square to the floor. And then set the right hand, left knee down. Other side, this one a little slower again. So reach left arm long, right leg back behind you and hold. Really point through the right toes so the leg is active. Square your right hip to the mat. Slide your left shoulder back and down, or just away from your ears so it's stabilized. You're lifting out of the right heel of the hand, lifting the belly, so no overarching in the low back. And then set the hand and the knee down. We're switching again. Right arm, left leg, without losing your form. Setting down. So much control. Remember, stabilize through the shoulders and through the hips, neutral pelvis. Setting down. 3 more each side. Right arm, left leg. Setting down, left arm, right leg. Really reach through the toes, through the fingers. Keep everything active, setting down. 2 more. Setting down, just trying to get the core starting to really activate. Setting down. Last one. Left arm, right leg. And then we're back to all fours. I want you to drop to your forearms. Legs behind you, forearm plank. Now once you're in your forearm plank, to get the most out of this, it's like you're trying to rip the mat apart because you're so engaged through the muscle under your armpit. So your shoulders are away from your ears. You're trying to rip the mat apart, forearms away from each other. You're actively lifting your belly, your chest away from the floor. We're holding for 5 deep breaths. Deep inhale, into the side body and back, out through the mouth. 4 more. Hips are low, level with shoulders. Deep breaths for 3. Last 2. Neck stays long. 1 more. Exhale out. Set your knees down, come back to your hands to your knees, all fours. Reach right arm long, left leg behind you. Now we're keeping our shoulders and our hips stabilized, so bring the right elbow to left knee and then reach as long as you can. Again, try to move with your breath. Exhale to touch. Inhale to lengthen. 3 more. Lengthen. Last 2. Lengthen. 1 more. Reach, reach, reach. Set the right hand, left knee down. Other side, left arm, right leg. Bring elbow and knee to touch as you exhale. Inhale to lengthen. Again, 4 more. Inhale to lengthen. For 3. Last 2. 1 more. Reach, reach, reach. Set hand and knee down. Okay, now keep both hands down, really spread your fingers apart. Make sure your knees are under your hips. Curl your toes onto the mat. Now, just like when you were on your forearms, try to rip the mat apart with your straight arms and then slide the shoulders away from the ears. Neck stays long. Now, find your core engagement. Lift your knees to a hover and hold. Just hold this hover for 5 full breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Are you still trying to pull the mat apart to keep the serratus engaged? Deep breath in, exhale out. 2 more. Keep reaching through the crown of the head, knees an inch or so off the mat. 1 more. Exhale, set your knees down. Make sure, again, knees are under your hips, wrist under the shoulders. Right arm reaches long, left leg reaches long. Now ribs are closed, belly up and in. Reach the arm and the leg out to the side walls, and then bring it back, center. 4 more to open arm and leg out wide, back through center. This is for obliques, for 3. Neck stays long, left shoulder over left wrist. Only 2 more. Left hip stays square to the floor. Arm level with shoulder, leg level with hip. I think I added 1, but let's do 1 more. Bring it back center, hold the reach, set hand and knee down. Reach left arm, right leg, engage through the center. Open arm and leg out to the side walls. Bring it right back center. Again, open. Deep inhale, open up, exhale. 3 more. Keep lifting out of the right heel of the hand. Right hip square to the floor for 2. Oblique side body working. 1 more. Hold the reach. Set hand and knee down. Forearms again. Forearms. Kick your legs long behind you and hold. Trying to rip the mat apart. Slide the shoulders down. Lift through the belly. We're going to add on. Of course, you can just hold again for 5 breaths, or take a little bend of your knees without your hips moving, and then stretch your legs straight. 4 more. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. Little bend. Stretch your legs. Hips don't move. 2 more. Last one. Set your knees down. Find a little child's pose. Hips over heels. You can even open your knees for a better stretch. Head heavy. Arms reach long. Okay, and then roll yourself up. We're going to switch to some roll-up work. You can grab your light weights. I do want you to try to keep the weights. Hopefully they're not too heavy. They actually might help support you in a few of these next things. So legs are long. Flex at your ankles. The whole point of this is to keep your heels glued to the mat. You don't want them to lift, otherwise we're losing our abs, okay? So arms reach out in front of you. Find a half roll down. That might be, just a little tilt. You may be able to go about halfway. You might be able to go all the way to a hover. But find where you can hold and you can work from, okay? Shoulders are back and down, ribs are closed, belly button drawing in. Lift your arms up to start. And then exhale to lower. Again, lift the arms up without your shoulders lifting. We know that's so important. Exhale to lower. 3 more. Heels are still down, legs are active. 2 more. Lifting. Exhale down. Last one. Arms up overhead. Lower the arms in front of your shoulders. Keep reaching your arms so long. Keep your heels down and continue to roll all the way down, one bone at a time. Head touches last. Arms reach overhead, but keep them at a hover. Don't let them relax all the way to the floor, okay? So arms are hovering, shoulders back and down, ribs are closed, heels glued to the mat. Now, lift the arms to the ceiling as you inhale. Nod the chin to your chest. Keep your heels down, start to roll up. Abs have to draw in. Heels stay down as you reach over your legs. Huge hamstring stretch, back of the spine, or low back stretch, and then restack. Your spine, sit as tall as you can. Shoulders over hips, arms reach long. Now round into your low back. Find whatever C curve you can work from. Might be small, you might be a little lower this time. Flip your palms to the ceiling. Elbows level with shoulders, bicep curl. Exhale to curl. Inhale to lengthen. You need to make it a little bit easier. You can always bend your knees to help stay strong. 3 more. Elbows are high. Gaze is forward. Last 2. 1 more. Exhale to curl. Lengthen the arms long. Palms face each other. Reach your arms longer. Belly draws in, and then slow. Control your roll down. Head touches last. Arms go overhead just to a hover. We have 1 more variation. Lift the arms to the ceiling. Now the chin to the chest. Heels are down. Abs are in. Use your abs. Slow. No momentum. Reach all the way over your legs. Reach past your toes. And then restack. Shoulders over hips. 1 last half roll down. Tilt your pelvis and hold. Now take a little bend of your elbows. Your elbows stay high though, level with shoulders. Open your arms out wide so your shoulder blades slide closer. Exhale, bring your weights, hands in front of the chest. Again, inhale. Exhale to close. Shoulders stay away from the ears. Gaze stays forward, neck long for 3. You're still breathing into the side body with every inhale for 2. 1 more. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. Reach your arms straight, belly draws in. Slow. Roll yourself down. Reach your arms past your ears overhead. Still hovering though, still active. Now reach your arms straight up to the ceiling. Weights above your shoulders. Bend your knees. Okay, so your knees are about over your heels, feet are flat. Arms still up to the ceiling. Now think about your pelvis. We do not have a completely flat back here. You're not tucking your pelvis at all. Your tailbone should be heavy, not lifted. Shoulders back and down, neck long. So we're in a neutral pelvis. Now take a deep breath in. As you exhale, flex up. Lower the arms down by your hips. So you want your weights hovering, your arms hovering, reaching long. Check in with your pelvis. You still didn't tuck or lift your tailbone. Your tailbone's heavy. So you're in a neutral pelvis. Everything's engaged, your abs, your internal, external, obliques, gaze towards the belly. Feet are still down. Little pulses forward. Try to slide your weights towards the wall in front of you or towards your heels. For another 4. So as you're sliding forward, pulsing, your armpits are sliding towards your hips. Make sure nothing changes in your pelvis as you pulse for another 2. Make your abs do the work. Last one to reach. Keep reaching with your arms. Keep reaching. And then as you start to lift your arms up, slowly set your head down. Stop with your arms just over your shoulders. Okay, this time your legs come to tabletop. Try to stack knees over your hips. Tailbone is still down. Glue knees and heels, feet together. Okay, start with an inhale. Exhale, nod the chin to the chest, flex head, neck, and shoulders up. Arms, weights, hover again right by your hips. Keep reaching, tailbone is down. Abs pulling flats to the side wall so they're engaged. Let's start by extending your legs. You know you can lift higher if you need more support, never straining in your low back. Lower your legs if you need an extra challenge. Heels together, toes apart, point, crisscross. Crisscross your legs, your hips, your upper body is still, your arms are reaching, they're active. Gaze really towards your thighs, your knees, your belly, just not up to the ceiling, no straining in the neck. If you need the advancement, you can lower and lift your legs a little bit as you crisscross, or just keep them up for modification. We're here for another 3, for 2 deep breaths, and then glue your legs together, hold, straight legs and arms, little pulse to the upper body for 3, reach the arms still in front of you for 2, 1 more little pulse, hold, bend the knees, lift the arms, relax your head down. Okay, 2 more times to flex up. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, flex, head, neck, and shoulders up. Reach your legs to the ceiling, gaze towards the belly. Scissor kick your legs. You might have full range, or you might do little flutter kicks, whatever feels okay here. I want the right leg to reach to the ceiling, left leg down to a hover. 3 pulses, up for 3 at the upper body, for 2. 1 more reach. Now switch your legs, left up, right down, 3 pulses, reach for 3. 2, 1 more to reach. Bend your knees, lift your arms, relax your head down. Okay, 1 more time. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to flex up. Holding. Reach your legs out to an angle. Remember that might be higher or lower, wherever you can start, super engaged. Now lower your legs just a little bit. Exhale, lift them back to your start position. Inhale down. Exhale up. For another 3. For 2. Gaze towards the belly, the thighs, or the knees. 1 more. Legs are in start position, straight, arms straight, pulse up for 3. For 2. Last one. Bend your knees, lift your arms, set your head down. Set 1 foot down and then the other. Let's set the weights just off to the side. We will actually be done with the weights now. Okay, your head stays down, arms stay down. Bring your legs to tabletop. Glue them together. Most important thing here, neutral pelvis. If you ever need even more support, little tuck, no gripping in your glutes, just little tuck and imprint. Okay, starting with toe taps. Right toes down towards the floor. Exhale back to start. Left toes down. Exhale up. Now this can be so challenging if you're super focused on neutral pelvis. No tucking and tilting as you're taking your toe taps, keeping the same distance between your hips and your bottom ribs. Inhale down, exhale up. 1 more each side, relaxed upper body. Okay, now glue your legs together. We're gonna try 5 where both legs go down on the inhale. Exhale to lift. Totally fine if you do not touch the floor. Only as low as you're engaged, otherwise you're not gonna get anything out of this. No flaring of the wrist. Inhale down. Exhale up. Finding hip extension, that means knees and thighs. Move away from the hips on the inhale. Exhale back up. 2 more. Last one, inhale. Exhale up. Hold your legs at 90. Hands come behind your head. This is the last time I'm going to ask you to flex head, neck, and shoulders up. So you can really let your head be so heavy in your hands for some support. Gaze towards the belly. Reach your left leg long. Twist towards your right knee and hold. Right knee is over your hip. Left hip is down. Lift your left elbow higher to the ceiling. Bend your knees, come back center. Right leg reaches, twist to the left. Left knee over hip. Right hip is down. Right elbow lifts higher, abs drawing. Back through center. Keep it slow. Twist to the right. Back through center. Twist to the left. Back through center. Again, 1 more each side with this pace. Okay, now a little bit faster. Same thing, just a little bit faster, but do not lose your good form. No rocking of the hips. That bent knee, you try and keep over the hip. Every time you twist your elbows, lifting higher to the ceiling. Belly drawing in. 2 more each side. Last one, hold it center, bend your knees, lift a little higher off your shoulders. Kick your left side, twist to the bent right knee, hold. Same thing as before, left hip down. Left elbow higher, abs drawing. Come back through center, extend the right, twist to the left.
Hold this twist, left knee over hip, right hip down, lift the right elbow higher, higher. Bend your knees, come center. Relax your head down, relax one foot, and then the other. Such good work. Okay, lengthen your legs that long, reach your arms behind you. You can actually start by relaxing them, taking those same full breaths we started class with. We're just not touching our ribs this time, so really focus on breathing into the side body and back. And exhale out through the mouth. One more deep breath like that. Exhale out through the mouth. Okay, now flexing your ankles, active legs. Lift your arms to a hover, but reach them long. One roll up to get you off your back. So lift arms to ceiling, nod the chin. It's actually harder without the weights to keep your heels down. Belly draws in. We lift up. If you need support, you grab behind your legs. Reach all the way over your toes, so we're finding more length. Restack your spine. Relax the arms down. Okay, coming to a full plank position. I'm gonna get my timer out. We're gonna do just 3-minute plank, but I promise it's not just straight. We'll mix it up a little bit. So come on to your hands, knowing any variation is gonna be okay here. So you can, of course, drop to your forearms if your wrists bother you at any point, but hands and knees, let's start here. Again, focus on your breath the entire time. Gonna try and switch it up about every 15, 30 seconds so we get some different movements in. But find energy out through the crown of the head, out through the heels, strong arms, shoulders away from your ears. I'm gonna keep you here for 5 more seconds before our first change. Okay, left hand down, reach your right arm up to the ceiling, side plank. You know your bottom knee can go down for a modification. Or, if you like this modification, your top foot can go down. But either way, you're just holding the side plank, reaching your right fingers higher, your hips higher, away from the mat, breathing. Maybe even reaching the arm overhead for a little more of a lat side body stretch. We're here for 5, 4, hips stacked, not rolling behind you, so important too. Come back through center, right hand down, reach your left arm up to the ceiling. Same thing, bottom knee can go down, or top foot can go down for modification. Either way, left fingers reaching high, hips stacked, ribs closed, strong in your right shoulder. Deep breaths. Try for 3 more deep breaths. Maybe that reach over for a little bit more side body stretch. Now come back center. Hold it center. We're doing so good here. The key here is to try and keep your hips as stable as possible. Drop down to your forearms. Knowing, of course, you can always stay here if this feels better on your wrist. Or, you can switch. Come up to your hands and then drop down to your forearms. Come up to your hands, drop down to your forearms. Now, another option, of course, from your knees. If anything doesn't feel good, too much pressure on the pelvic floor, low abs, do this from your knees. And down. Again, up. And then next one, we're meeting down on your forearms from your knees or from straight legs. We're holding this. We only have 40 seconds left. We're still going to switch it up though. Do not worry, we're not in our last position. Keep your left forearm down. Reach your right arm up to the ceiling. From your bottom knee, maybe even. You know your modification. Hips are stacked, ribs are closed. Reach your right hand high. Back through center. Right forearm down, the left arm up. Modify if needed. Bottom knee or top foot. Hips stacked. And then come to straight arms to end this. Straight arms, straight legs. You got it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yay, child's pose. Couple deep breaths. All right, and then any other stretches you want, but hopefully your abs feel a little bit worked.